Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your reading for what this next major shift will bring towards you. Remember that this reading does not necessarily have any specific date on it. Whenever this message finds you, and whenever you find this message, then this reading will be for you at this given time. And if you'd like to watch the extended reading, the link to the extended is down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. You are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. Wow, the King of Pentacles. So I see that you are here standing in your power, in your strength, knowing your worth and knowing your value. I do sense that right now you're going to start beginning to notice this week how people around you are changing, okay? When they kind of don't get what you used to give them, when you are always there for them, that sort of thing, okay? But let's go ahead and see what this is all pertaining to. Okay, so I also see here the Four of Wands. So for some of you guys, this could possibly be some kind of marriage situation or some kind of, celebration coming together in kind of like a victory, okay? Because this is something here that somebody here has been pursuing, whether you've been pursuing something to its fruition, and this is victory, this is some kind of celebration, this is good news that's on the way for you, okay? A lot of good news I see here, okay? I do also see the sign of Libra. It doesn't have to be, but I see that recently in the recent past, you closed out a chapter, okay? There was a chapter here that was closed out, and I feel like it had to do with a very strong connection that you had either with something or someone. There was a really beautiful bond here, and so this person keeps thinking of you, and I feel like you keep thinking about this individual. However, justice is being served at this moment. The reason why there has to be some kind of closing out of a chapter in that situation is because some kind of fairness has to be brought into this situation. Now, I do sense that there's still somebody who is not ready to open up emotionally, okay? Whoever this person is, maybe financially, maybe or emotionally, they're not ready to open up. Whoever this individual is, they're a little bit more affected than they are showing up, whether this is you or them, and they're a little bit afraid to take that next step at this moment. Could be also a Pisces. I see the sign of Taurus. What else do we have here? Okay, but nonetheless, somebody here is going to want to put in the work and put in the effort. I feel like this person is putting in work into themselves, okay? I feel like after this kind of ending, this person did kind of feel a little bit left out in the cold. And so right now, what you or this individual are doing is you're putting in work into yourself, into kind of expanding your own kind of your own journey, that sort of thing. Now let's go ahead and see what this King of Pentacles is all about. But at the bottom of the deck, I do see that somebody here is not feeling good about how they handled a situation. They're not feeling good about whatever they said or whatever they did. Somebody here may have walked away, but whoever walked away, they walked away feeling a sense of an empty victory, okay? And so right now this person is experiencing some kind of karma. Now let's see what this King of Pentacles is all about for you. Something here is about to happen, okay? It's like the energy of something here unexpectedly blowing up in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of like you didn't expect it, but if you really think about it, there is something here that someone has been resisting. And so I feel like internally you kind of already know why this is happening, okay? Whatever it is that this Tower moment brings in, it's an unexpected change. But remember, don't get scared because you have to look for the hidden blessing. This is going to bring in some kind of hidden blessing. It's like something here, a sacrifice that needs to be made that has been put off. You're like, okay, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll handle it the next day. I'll handle it next month. Well, guess what? This is going to happen this week, okay? Something here is telling you there is some kind of unhealed, emotion within the situation that you have to bring out into the open in order to heal it and transmute it into something more positive. Now, don't get scared. Again, this is good luck on your side. So remember, this is happening for you. It's not happening to you. You have here the Wheel of Fortune. If something here did not pan out in the past, Maybe there was a closing out of a chapter. It just was not meant to be to begin with, okay? So don't take it too personally if despite your best attempts, if despite your best efforts, the outcome was not what you wanted it to be. Remember that it was just not aligning with your intention. Now let's go ahead and see who this other individual is, because I do see that there's somebody here wanting to kind of ignite this kind of beautiful 10 of Cups. Somebody here it's in their mind. It's like you're on their mind. They see you everywhere. They miss you. They want to bring in some kind of union, but there's still somebody here who's dealing with abandonment issues or abandonment trauma. It could also be a person who doesn't feel worthy of you. They're kind of like not really sure whether they can meet your expectations. Now let's see who this is all about, or what this is all about. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this individual right now, they have trust issues, whether it's you or the other person. Somebody here does want to show you how much they care. You know, they kind of want to bring in that energy of warmth, of just kind of gaiety and happiness and joy, because they do have real feelings, they do have real emotions. But I feel like underneath it all, this person is self-sabotaging because they really don't trust themselves, they don't trust the connection, or they don't trust you. And if this is you, then this is something here that you have to resolve within yourself. There's also maybe some kind of sneaky behavior having to do with somebody here not wanting to have that conversation. And if this is tricky behavior, then things may not be as they appear to be with this individual. So don't just hear what they are saying, really listen to them. Don't just look at what they are doing, really see deeper, okay? Don't just sense things, really try to feel them with your intuition, because I feel like if you are taking a risk in the situation, and if you insist on proceeding without observing the situation more closely, then that's going to lead to some kind of self-sabotage, okay? But with more detailed information, I feel like you will be able to see through this kind of sneaky behavior. But I feel like the sneaky behavior is more so a person who is a little bit hot and cold. They kind of have the energy of having one foot in and then one foot out the door, because it's like they don't trust the process. What if this goes wrong? If this ends up going wrong, then I'm ready to leave. You know, that's kind of like a survival mechanism. And I feel like this person has been comfortable within that survival mechanism, telling themselves, well, you know what? I don't trust this person fully, so I'm just going to invest half into the situation. But what happens when you invest only half into a situation, whatever this is, job related, career related, you know, love related, family related, whatever it is, then you only get half back, okay? Now, let's go ahead and see what exactly this is all pertaining to, because I do sense that there's some kind of result here that's going to lead you to wanting to invest more into something, whether it's into yourself, into a situation, or somebody wanting to invest into you. But somebody's not showing emotion, okay? Somebody here is coming across as very calm, cool, collected, like they don't really care, but that's because they have dealt with a lot of pain in the past, and so they're showing up as kind of very logical. They would rather kind of approach a situation in a more logical way with their mind rather than with their heart, to avoid getting hurt, okay? Now, this is going to be the result. This is a soulmate union, a soulmate connection coming in. I feel like both of you guys are connecting with one another at a very deep soul level, and you guys are recognizing that there is something more to this than what was left behind. Whether it was leaving somebody different behind in an entirely different situation, and now coming into recognizing this brand new soulmate, it could be a person that you have met in a past lifetime. But I feel like somebody here is going to get ready. They're preparing to come in with some kind of gesture of love or communication. This could also be an apology for some of you guys, okay? Now, somebody here is trying to chase down something or someone because they're afraid that it's going to leave. They're afraid that it's going to change. They're afraid that it's going to kind of like, you know, they're going to lose out on the situation. But I feel like this is something telling you, don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put pressure on the situation. This Knight of Swords, if you kind of communicate too abruptly, if you try to put pressure onto the situation, what's going to be created is friction, okay? So do expect maybe some kind of conversation unexpectedly, somebody communicating something that they have been kind of, you know, hiding for quite a while that they've been wanting to say. And when this conversation comes up, it's going to be like an avalanche of emotion. So somebody here might get triggered. If you get triggered, or if this person gets triggered, remember, anything that triggers you, it's an opportunity for you to really look at yourself in self-reflection and see why this person is triggering you. What is the energy that this person is bringing into your life, okay? So these are all questions that you need to ask yourself, because right now I do sense that you are being asked to take a leap of faith and jump forward into a specific area of life without fear. Usually that specific area is one that you either have been avoiding, okay, and it's often connected to a change on a larger scale, okay? So this is going to represent some kind of change in location, a relationship, career, maybe a personal change within yourself, or the way that you perceive the situation. Now, we're going to be going into the extended reading to see who this other person is. So if you do want to learn more about this, go ahead and click on the description box below. The link to the extended is down there. That's where we dive deeper into the situation, into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. But before we go into that, let's go ahead and jump into your yes or no question. So as I shuffle the cards, ask a yes or no question, and you will be getting a yes or no answer to that burning question, okay? But before we get a yes or no, make sure to take the time right now to hit that subscribe button. Also, like this video and give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell, because it really helps me, you guys, and it helps the algorithm so that I can continue posting more readings like these for you guys on this platform. Thank you guys all so much for your support. And back to your yes or no question. Is this a yes or no? Ask your question. Drum roll. That is a definite yes, okay? Something here has got to move forward, okay? Someone here has got to give this situation a little bit of a gentle shakeup, whether it's you, whether it's this other person. Somebody here needs to come in with some kind of communication. Whoever knows that is, if you know that you've already been putting in too much work, then of course it's time for you to take a step back. But if it's this other person, I feel like right now you have to allow them to come in towards you, or you towards them. Take it as it resonates, okay? But this is a definite yes here for you. Now let's go ahead and see what the dice has for you. What does the dice have for this week? The sign of Aquarius, as well as the number 5. Like I said, fives, okay, this is all about changes. Right now, kind of embrace that energy of change, of transformation. Maybe some of you guys are going through a lot of chaos and conflict, and this is all going to work out in your favor. So look for the hidden blessing. A lot of these changes have to do with your growth, because you are growing, because you are changing, because you are evolving, okay? You are basically kind of growing out of that old version of you. And so don't sit there just listening to the echoes of the past, because right now there's a new version of you that wants to arise. And for others of you guys, this represents playfulness, creativity, maybe being around children, maybe being childlike. If you've been kind of doing too much work, you've been putting in too much, into a situation that's not working, it's time for you to take a step back and devote more time to pleasure, that which brings you joy. Now here we also have the sign of Aquarius. So here with the sign of Aquarius, it's all about friendships, your social circle, maybe socializing with new people, okay? Planning for the future. If you're investing in some kind of project or some kind of career endeavor, it's all about invention, potential, rebelling, going against the norm, and thinking outside the box. This is what's going to progress you forward. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and get one affirmation and mantra message here for you. What is your affirmation and mantra message this week? I uphold the standards that I set for myself. So again, this is all about you kind of, setting your standards higher, drawing the line, saying enough is enough, okay? This is also about whatever it is that you hold, for somebody else as standards, you also have to respect that within your own self. It's kind of like saying, okay, well, I want to, maybe you want a person to have more respect for yourself, right? Well, that means that you have to respect your own self first in order to teach that person how to give you respect. Does that make sense? So I uphold the standards that I set for myself, because if you keep giving to a situation that you want respect from, then you're not going to get it, because you're not showing that same respect to yourself. Okay, so one more time, I uphold the standards that I set for myself. This is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to watch the extended reading, the link to the extended is down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And remember that your monthly readings have all been posted on the channel. You can check out the links to all those readings for the entire month down in the description box below. If you are interested in my worldwide personal matchmaking services, you can now sign up for free in the matchmaking link that is down in the description box below. This is a great opportunity to find love, connect with a soulmate, and or if you're single and are ready to find the one. Again, the link to my matchmaking services is down in the description box below. And check out my website at genamoon.com. Click on shop. I do have new jewelry pieces, rings, bracelets, crystals, necklaces, and so much more for both men and women. So check that out at genamoon.com and click on shop, and follow me on Instagram at Gena Moon Official, as I will be posting more on there.